Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the RoBuilder YouTube channel. Today I want to go a little more in-depth than usual about how to make UGC items. Now, most of this video will be answering the questions that I've gotten recently. The main one is, how do I get the avatar in Blender? So to start things off, you're going to need two programs: Roblox Studio, which I am assuming you already have if you're any bit interested in the UGC program, and Blender. Now, to get Blender, you just want to go to blender.org and click this button right here, and that'll download Blender, and then you'll just follow its prompts and open it up. When you open a new Blender, you will be greeted with something like this. There will be a light and a camera. You could just kind of drag over those with your mouse and delete them, and you're going to want to delete the cube as well. Now, after you get done in Blender, you're going to want to come into Roblox Studio. This is a game I'm working on, so don't mind anything out there, but you're going to want to bring in a dummy, alright? Now, to do that, go to your plugins, and I'm pretty sure this comes stock with Roblox Studio. It's called Build Rig, or Rig Builder. Either way, just click on it, and you can really bring in whatever you want. Like, there's a bunch of different ones. This is the man, but I always use the normal dummy rig. So for that, Build Rig, R6, it's just a lot easier to work with, honestly, and Block Rig. We have this. Actually, I'm gonna want the normal head as well. Mesh Rig right here, guys. The second one. There we go. Oh, I keep forgetting, you actually do need to do R15 for the Block Rig, because then you'll get, like, this head. So, yeah, spawn in the R15 Block Rig, and another important thing that you're gonna want to do is make sure its origin position is at 0, I believe 10? We're just gonna put it at 0, 0, 0, right there, and then we're gonna press F on our keyboard after clicking on it to go over to it. So, now we just right-click on it and export selection, and name it whatever we want. We're going to just name it dummy, just like that, and save. Now we're going to jump back into Blender, where we did delete everything that was previously in our scene, the camera, the light, and the cube, and click on File, Import, and then OBJ, or Wavefront OBJ, right here. We're going to find the file on our computer. Ours is right here, and import OBJ. As you can see, we now have everything in here, and if you want to raise it up like I always do, you just grab the little thing right here and raise it up. If you don't see that, you just click on this thing right here. Now if we press Z and go to material preview, there we go, and then we go to our materials on this guy right here and put on the dummy material with this drop down right here. You guys shouldn't have all of this stuff. It's just because I previously deleted stuff in this Blender scene. So now that we have our dummy to work with, we can actually start modeling something to make a UGC item. Now, there are a lot of guidelines to UGC. You can't go over 1,200 triangles, I want to say. And I forget the other thing. Like, there's two main things. Oh, yeah, 250... Is it 256, I believe? 256 by 256 texture size. So when you're texturing your item, make sure your texture size is no bigger than that. I think it actually has to be exactly that. But don't quote me on the exact numbers, because I don't know them off the top of my head at the moment. But let's start making an item. For today, we'll just do, like, I don't know. I would say we'll try a witch's hat, because that'll be fun. So we're going to bring in a circle, and then we're going to make this a lot lower. We're going to go about 12 sides here on this. Now, if you move your circle, you're going to lose this pop-up window, so make sure to change your sides before you move it, all right? I'm going to scale this up with S, and then we're going to do E and S to extrude and scale at the same time. Make sure you go into edit mode, by the way. I kind of forgot. E and S, scale this in. There we go. Now we'll go back to our movement tool right here. We can raise this up a little bit. Actually going to scale that out a bit as well, and snap into our front orthographic view. E to extrude, S to scale, and then R to rotate. E to extrude, S to scale, and R to rotate. And we'll do one more. E to extrude, S to scale, and now we have some sort of a little witch's hat, guys, alright? A very simple one, might I add. So now with this, there's a few things we can do. Firstly, I'm going to grab this by holding Alt and clicking while we're in edit mode and line select mode. And then I'm going to press Control B. And that's going to bevel this and just give it a lot softer of an edge. And now since we're clicking on this, we're going to right click and shade smooth, which is just going to make it overall look a lot nicer. And then if you go to this green triangle down here, click normals and click auto smooth. this does help quite a bit, and you can adjust this value to make things as smooth or unsmooth as you like. Some people may even like the flat shaded one even more. So we could go back here and shade flat, and we would have something like this. Now what we want to do, I'm going to grab this with Alt-click, drag these down a little bit so it's more of a witch type hat. And I think I'm going to add a solidify modifier to this right here, and that's going to make it so it has like faces on both sides. We can adjust the thickness as far as we want and make it look however we want. We'll do something like this for now. And this top up here, we're going to do M at center, just to sort of, you know, merge all that together. Then we'll just apply this. We have to go back into object mode. There we go. Apply that. And now we can have some fun kind of moving some of this stuff around. So right up here, we have a tool called proportional editing, and this will make some pretty fun stuff happen. So we're going to grab this line over here and press G to see how much we're affecting. We want to affect a little bit more than that. I'd say something like this is nice. And then we're going to drag this side down a little bit, go over here, and we're going to drag this side up. Proportional editing really just affects whatever you want it to. We could grab this top point up here and, you know, bend the whole hat a different way if we wanted to. And I just use G to kind of see how much we have selected. So we'll say something like this. We have a witch's hat. I personally like shade smooth a lot better than not shaded smooth. And I am going to turn on our auto smooth as well and put this at about 40, I think. Seems fine to me. And then we're going to scale this down so it actually fits on our avatar. So we have something like this, guys. Very, very cool. I actually really like how this kind of covers your eyes a little bit. Pretty cool. Now, I'm going to press Control and R to add a loop cut, click and drag it down. This is going to give us another set of faces to work with. And if we go to our face select mode, press Alt and click on this, we'll grab all of these. And then I'm going to do Alt-E, extrude along face normals. Now we have something like this. Let me turn proportional editing off, drag this down, and press Control Plus, which is going to grab the rest of those faces. And for now, P selection. That's just going to help us in a second. So now we have our final witch's hat, and we can begin texturing. Now I do have this texture right here, and it is in the Discord server under development resources. Fair warning, it was not made by me. It was made by another YouTuber named Imphazia. I think that's how you say it. If it's not, I apologize. But we're just going to join that back together with Control J. Add a material. There we go. Image texture right here. And as you can see, we now have an image, or at least a color. And we need to make sure it is selected on the right thing. It doesn't actually appear in here, it seems. So we're going to reopen it. Just click on open and then find it on your computer. Mine's color grid. There we go. And right here, make sure we are selecting color grid. Up next, we can go into edit mode by pressing tab and press A to select everything, U, and then project from view. And what that's going to do is make it super simple to see where your colors are going. If you normally unwrap it, it's a bit harder to tell what's happening here. So we're going to do a purple gradient hat, just like this. And then we're going to grab these faces once again by alt-clicking those and doing Control Plus. And now we're going to grab these and move those to like a very dark color. And as you can see, we now have a witch's hat. What you're going to want to do next, simply grab this or click on it, go to File, Export. I personally use FBX, so export as an FBX right here. Save it as any bit of a name, and then make sure to click Selected Objects, Export FBX. Now that we're in Roblox, we're going to go ahead and open up our Asset Manager. Mine's already open, but if it is not for you, click on View and Asset Manager, and then click this little bulk upload icon. Find your file named hat, there we go, and apply all. Sometimes Roblox does this. Happens pretty much every time to me. If this happens, just click it again. Hat, open, apply all, and it usually works on the second try. There we go. Oh, wait, now it's retrying upload. Asset name on website has been moderated. You didn't like hat? Like, is hat really that bad, Roblox? Anyways, we're going to insert with location and press F to fly over to it, and here is our hat. You guys might be asking, yo, how is the texture already on the hat? How did the color come with it into Roblox? And for that, upload whatever texture you're using as a decal on your profile. So click on create and then go to decals right here and then upload a new decal. But now we have a hat. We will need to resize it a bit. We'll go like this and we'll bring our dummy over here. Put the hat on the dummy. resize it even more. I'm just going to grab the origin position of the dummy and put the same origin position in the hat, and then raise the hat up to his head, just like that. Now, which way do we want this to be? We kind of wanted something like this. There we go. And there is a plugin to automatically make a asset into a tool or a accessory. And I don't think oh yeah, asset creator right here. So we want this to be an accessory. We're going to click it. Then next, click the part you want to become the accessory. We want this hat to become the accessory. And now click the character that the part is aligned to, which is this dummy right here. Next, it's going to say hat because it notices it's already a hat. Click next, and then I always go classic. Next and next. Now, sometimes this happens, which is horrible. And you have to kind of go in here. Well, you're supposed to resize it in Blender, but for some reason, when you bring the character into Blender, it's just massive. So you can resize the scale here, and you do have to do it with values. So I'm just going to put everything to 0.1. And it's still a little bit big. I guess I could get rid of this one because that's not the actual accessory. It's still a little bit big, so I will need to change that again. So I'm going to do 0.05 on all of these. There we go. That seems like just about the size we want to have. It is. It looks good on the character. Nice. And then our handle here, we're going to change the size of that as well. So we will go 3, 3, 3. That's too big, so we'll do 2s. There we go. And that is going to help with actually making like the icon, the auto-generated icon for your image. After this, you'll just need to send your hat to Roblox. Of course, there's a whole program and everything you have to get into first before you can upload any UGC items. So I can't show you guys that next process as it's not allowed, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I wish all of you luck getting into the program. Have a great day. Later.